Hey guys, this is Jake Calder with Jake Unboxing here giving you a personal prediction for Jaron Ennis versus Roiman Villa. And as always, this is just my take, of course. Your predictions can be left down in the comments section below. Would love to hear them all. And a little bit of fight info here. As mentioned, we have Ennis taking on Villa. This will be at the BORGATA Casino in Atlantic City, New Jersey, airing live on SHOWTIME in the welterweight division with no primary title on the line. And it's weird, how boxing works sometimes. Prior to beating Rashidi Ellis, Villa wasn't a name you'd expect to be headlining a Showtime card against an upcoming and rising Jaron Ennis. Yet, that big upset, and here we are. Finally, now we have someone, of course, with a pulse ready to fight Ennis, who's had a hard time trying to buckle down and really find a couple of decent opponents. The question is whether a pulse and some decent pop is enough to deal with the talented American. Most might say no. That said, the fights happen because we just don't know until they actually happen. Because Ennis has looked so good thus far, though, you do get the sense he might be a bit too much. But will his success continue? Or will Villa continue his major upset streak? Let's break this one down and find out. Starting with Ennis. For Ennis to win, I think you want to land the short left. Those shorter, quick shots will do way more against a puncher than winding up and kind of making it even by really making it more of an exchange battle. You want to get there quickly in straight lines, and those shorter, quick shots will do it. And you have a really good short left to begin with, so it's certainly something you want to implement. Get there quicker and faster, then move. You have the reflexes, you have the timing, so you need to execute it. Don't stand there needlessly and trade in giving him his best shot for success. That short left will be fast and to the point, and will eventually set up the bigger right hands down the middle, which you're looking to land, of course, which will do far more damage. But to start off especially, the short left hand is what you're going to look to land in this fight, and the more you do it, the more success you'll have. I would also say make your speed your power. Again, this is about giving Villa as little as possible. That's what you need to do in this fight, because really what he needs is only a single shot here or there if he's able to hurt you with the power he has. You don't need to give him a lot of opportunities for it really to be bad for you in this fight, so you need to limit that. If you make it a slugfest, you give him more than you should. Instead, make your speed work for you. Throw after he misses or when he falls short. Counter with it. Lead off with that backhand and escape at times. Just do it quickly. The power will come natural through the explosiveness or when he's stepping into those shots that you land. Eventually, he will tire or get frustrated and walk into the bigger shots. You don't need to gamble to force it. He'll do that when he gets frustrated by what you're doing in return. And finally, as mentioned, walk him into shots. As mentioned, this will be your bread and butter once the fight progresses. Once you're kind of landing those short lefts and you're moving in and out, you're countering well, you're leading with that backhand, he will fluster. He will get angry, aggravated in this fight, whatever you want to call it. Those shots that you walk him into will be the ones that really are your power shots. Feints will do a good job of this as well. You land those fast shots and then force him to kind of respond to any little twitch movement you have. You can really set up a lot of shots where he's trying to put everything into it, and then you hit him with that double impact. Set those kind of traps, and also do it by turning him or stepping at an angle that allows only you to land while you're in a relatively safe position. Those will be the shots that do your best work, that ultimately lead to your success on the night. Now, switching over to Villa. For Villa to win, I think you want to be first, be last. You can't run around and try to make this a boxing match and try to outbox Ennis. He's too skilled, he's too fast, he's too good. Just doesn't benefit you. This really has to be more of a numbers game for you. You have to be more practical about it. Are you going to really just be there and be too precise for him? No, but can you overwhelm him potentially? Can you smother some of his work and make it a bit messier? Can you get active quickly and voluminous in the beginning and kind of finish strong? Yes, you can. Get busier at times. You have to give him less time to breathe and think. Skilled fighters like to be able to set up and reset and get their work done in a kind of tidier way. You just can't let that happen. You got to throw first. You got to have that kind of initiative. You got to be able to finish strong even when you're not having success. But the reason this becomes a volumes game for you is at the very least, when you put out that volume, and more specifically, you give yourself a chance to land something fight-changing, at the very least, you're giving yourself the best odds of potentially landing something hurtful or meaningful. But if you're just trying to land that singular shot, you still might, but you're giving yourself far less a chance in doing so. I would also say vary the right hand. Your right hand can't be so easy to spot. That's just going to be a problem for you. It's a shot everyone knows you're trying to land anyway, but you want to be able to camouflage it. Throw it at different speeds, throw it shorter, even feint with it. Throw it to the body at times. Just give it new looks so that this way it's a lot less telegraphed and gives you more of a chance of potentially surprising him with it. That will be the shot that ultimately hurts him if you land one like that. Also on the inside, you like to hook with it. That also works, especially if you manage to get Ennis backed up in the ropes and you can kind of let those shots go up close. But you're only going to really be able to do that and really have any kind of impact with it if you're switching it up from time to time. If it's at the same speed, thrown with full power, so full force, and you're just throwing it at the same trajectory in every single instance, he's going to be able to read that and telegraph it. It's no good for you. Switch it up and I think you'll have some success with it. And finally, make it a fight. Really, this is what it's all about for V. It can't be a clean or pretty fight. That doesn't favor him. Be rough. Push him. Foul him at times. I know, break the rules. You have to do what you have to do in this fight as long as you can get away with it. You're not winning a popularity contest or a points battle here more than likely. So even a point deduction isn't the absolute worst for you if it means the fight is going in your favor. This is something that you really just don't have to worry about in terms of points. You're looking to likely hurt him or stop him in this fight. You can't force it necessarily in terms of trying to overcommit, but you have to do it in terms of your mentality. You have to make him rush or not think or get flustered or frustrated. Physically and mentally, you have to drain him, and that dirty work is a way you can do that. All the while, you're landing those chippy shots on the inside, hooks to the body, and you're really making it more of an issue where, again, you're beginning the exchanges and ending them strong by making it far more of a fight, which will give you your best chance. Now, in terms of my pick here, Villa is a tough dude and a spirited fighter, but I think his lack of speed and major head movement means Ennis will have a very good performance. Ennis will start well, show that flashy hand speed, the sharp movement, and will land the left hook and straight right hand as he kind of makes Villa miss and warms into the fight. The success of Ennis will force Villa to make those mistakes, and he will get caught clean often in those early to mid frames. I think Ennis lands fast combos and ultimately walks Villa into a trap, landing a big left-right that drops him as he tries to get back. Villa beats the count, but isn't allowed to continue or stop soon thereafter, awarding the win to Jaron Ennis via mid-fight stoppage. And the betting odds have Ennis at a minus 1400 with Villa at a plus 640, though you can find the odds even wider in some books, but effectively those are the odds that I've kind of gone with here. Not a great deal of value in the Ennis pick, of course, far too big of a favorite. Villa is interesting enough if you like the ever so popular underdog call from time to time, which this is a good year to do it because a lot of underdogs have been pulling off the upsets here, but for the most part, that'd be a small bet in my personal opinion. In terms of the over-under, have not been able to find one thus far. We'll pin it in the comments below when I do find it, but my guess is it's probably going to be around the 9th or 10th round, most likely. I do think this fight could go the distance for sure. I could be off on that, but, in the grand scheme of things, like I said, I think it'll probably be around there, but in any event, let you know and put it in the comments when I find it. In any event, those are your odds. And my prediction record is 20-10 with 12 exact, but let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Love to hear your thoughts, predictions, bets, so on and so forth. Please be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and follow me on Twitter at jcaldron_JOB. You can email me at jagonboxing@gmail.com. I'd love to hear from you there. Also, be sure to check out jagonboxing.com for schedule, results, betting odds, rankings, grades, all that good stuff. And as always, until next time.